Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Avatar The Last Airbender, Season 2, Episode 10, The Library. And last episode was Zuko and going through training, right? And to Earthbend, and then Zuko trying to learn the lightning technique, but he couldn't do that. So Iroh taught him how to sort of like basically guide the lightning, you know? And he wanted to test that, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna shoot lightning at you. And then he got up there because there was storm going on, so he got up on a mountain, trying to get the storm to, trying to get the lightning to strike him basically, but it wasn't working. And then he started crying. I'm like, oh. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/philomini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Oh. My arrow off. Is that why they're gonna go to the library? Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it wasn't gonna be ownership. That was like 100 years ago, right? Really? Nice. Really? That's cleaning up? The heck is that? Which they need. Probably. They don't know where it is though. Aww. Saint Benders? Huh. Is that a form of earth painting? Since Saint is like part of earth. Ah. It's probably buried right under a lot of sand. Oh my goodness. It probably is. That probably is the tip of it. Oh, that's the fox's thingies. And it has a scroll. That's the tip of it. What is that gonna do? Buttresses? What do I feel like? Some kind of. Okay. I was like, what do I feel like? Foundation people are gonna come here. But, ooh. Is he talking about? Yep. Yep. The foundation. Boy, did he just say that? Sim, ça pas fuzzy. I'm guessing being left. I think I saw something like that before, like being held left-handed in Japanese culture has. I don't know. Is it gonna lead him to what he wants to know? You think, oh, oh, that makes sense. The sun, he's gonna come. Yep. The library. It's going back. And tough. That's feeling fuzzy. Oh, she made it hard since. Oh, Support. I love that he's all about the knowledge. The Sandbenders. Every day, like the 1st of January, the 2nd of January, the 3rd of January, like go through it like that, bruh. They're trying to capture Appa. Oh yeah, they were bothering Appa before. You leave Appa alone. You leave Appa alone. Oh man, she can't do both things at the same time. They taking Appa away. The voice sounds familiar. Appa's gone. When Aang started to cry, like when the tears are falling, like my heart just broke, and I just wanted to cry along with him. Oh, Appa, I know we're gonna get him, sooner or later, but in this particular moment, it breaks my heart. I couldn't help but feel a little bit annoyed with Sokka this episode, especially like at the end there when he's like, and this is Sokka style. I'm like, this guy has been, guarding his library and all that for about to say centuries. Has it been centuries? At least a lot of years. And he just doesn't want the knowledge in here to be used, badly, I guess. And because Sokka and the others came and they found this knowledge inside this library, they were gonna use it to destroy the Fire Nation. That's what pissed off Wang. What's his name again? I don't think I'm gonna. Well, that's what pissed off the spirit. So, on the one side, I understand why Sokka and the others wanted this knowledge. But then on the other side, it's because of them that this library is now being, destroyed. Is it being destroyed or just like buried? It's still gonna be there, right? I don't know. But this guy was living peacefully until they came and then they messed things up for him. So I'm like, when Sokka had that smirk on his face, he's like, and this is my style. I'm like, boy. And that scene also where when they said they weren't gonna use the knowledge for evil purposes or something or other. And then the guy's like, okay, I will let you have access to it, but provide some knowledge in return. And then he did this knot, and then he gave it to the spirit. And then the spirit's like, you're not very bright, are you? And then Sokka is like, bright enough to fool you or something like that. I don't know. And I'm like, boy, you did not fool anybody, okay? Like, no. So they figured out that Sokka wanted to know what happened during the darkest day of the Fire Nation history or whatever. And then they went, the little fox led them, no, at first they went to, I guess, the Fire Nation section of the library, I guess. But then when they went there, it was destroyed. And then this little fox led them to this planetarium thingy. And then he entered the date, and then he figured out that because of a solar eclipse, that's what, just like when the water meters, when there's no moon, they can use their water bending. So in the Fire Nation's case, if there's no sun, then they're gonna lose their powers. So yeah, they need to attack the Fire Nation when there's a solar eclipse. And now they wanted to figure out where the solar eclipse was gonna happen, when it was gonna happen. And when he said that they needed to go through all the dates from whenever to whenever, and I'm like, did they really have time to do all that? Because that's a lot of dates, okay? Because he's like, it's a few months from now. That means they went through a lot of days and stuff. And then what? In the meantime, you have the library falling, like being, you're disappearing or whatever, and sinking. Yeah, sinking. You have the library sinking, and then you have stuff out there trying to stop it from sinking. And I'm like, I feel like if you were to take into account how many days and all that they had to go through, and the fact that the thing is sinking, I don't know. I feel like it's not possible that they went through all those dates in that small amount of time. But they did. They figured out. Well, they didn't actually figure out. Did they figure out the exact date? They must have, right? Because they were entering the date and then turning the machine to see if it's gonna be a solar eclipse. So yeah, so they know the date, and they know that the Fire Nation were gonna lose their power during that day. So they're like, okay, let's go to Basing and I guess give this information, because Basing, if I remember correctly, is like the last earth bending country or whatever that's still standing, that has a chance against the Fire Nation. So yeah. And then in the meantime, first when they got to it was Stuff that wanted to go there, right? No, it was Katara that wanted to go to this beautiful place, which turned out to be not so beautiful. And then when they got there, there were these sandbenders that were bothering Appa, and they got rid of them. I didn't think they were gonna come back, but then while the library was sinking, they came back and they were trying to get Appa, but because Toph was so focused, like each time she releases her hold on the tower and then she turns around to try to help Appa, that the tower's like sunk even more. So she couldn't do both at the same time. And maybe if she was like on a plane, like on solid ground and not on sand, she would have been able to do something. But no. And then her and Appa were bonding while they were outside too. So I'm like, that hurt, man. Appa. I know they're gonna get him, but I'm just like, he's so adorable. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my patreon.com/Mini. You can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.